You're watching Yoga with Marcie, and I'm Marcie. In today's video, we are going to focus on our back and kind of twisting around, seeing if we can get our upper shoulders and everything, kind of our upper back muscles a little bit alleviated, stretched out, alleviate some pain if we can. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start here with our legs crossed. We'll put our left arm down, our right arm on our knee or our side of our leg, and kind of just twist to the left. Just kind of giving ourselves a little bit of a permission to take some time for ourselves and prioritize ourselves. And if you're with me here doing yoga, that is awesome and an awesome step for prioritizing yourself. Okay, switch sides, right hand down, left hand on your right knee, twist to the right. We're going to switch how our legs are crossed. If your left or right leg was underneath, you're going to switch that to the opposite leg. And we'll put our left hand down, right leg on our knee, and twist to our left again. Again, feel free to twist as far as you can, but don't push yourself too hard. If it's painful, please do not continue to twist. So if you can just go a little bit, if you can go a little farther, just whatever your body is feeling like. Okay, switch sides. Right arm down, left hand on right knee. I'm definitely getting a stretch in my upper back. I don't know if you are as well, but I am for sure. Okay, then we are going to put our left leg out, and we're going to see if this works. We'll see how it goes. Put our left leg out, right leg over top, right arm down, and then we're going to twist to the right with your left hand on your right knee. So kind of similar to the twist we were doing before, but this one is with it your left leg out instead of being cross-legged. This is a stretch for me anyway. Okay. We'll go ahead and switch sides. Right leg out, left leg over top. Oh, that was a popping sound. Left arm down, right hand on your left knee, and twist to your left. It's okay if you are having a little trouble with it. If you are, like I am, we're just going to do the best we can, and that's okay. Stay here for a few more seconds. All right, let's get on our hands and knees, doing a couple of cat-cows for our backs. Start in cow, and then we'll round our backs for cat. Then concave our backs for cow. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out this microphone thing. I think this is like the worst one. Or maybe when we do thread the needle. I'm trying to not touch the microphone. It's not working. Okay. We'll call that good. Now let's do some thread the needle, which I probably will lay on the microphone. So anyway, I will learn. I'll listen and learn as I go along. Okay. So I'll stay in this position. Pick up your right arm and thread it underneath, and put your right side of your head down. You can kind of stretch as far as your arm will go, and then you're just kind of balancing yourself with your left hand on the mat. I know I probably should have done the other one first so you could see better, but alas, I like to start with my right side. Although, didn't I just do the last one? Yeah, anyway, who knows why I do the things that I do. No one knows. Okay, get ourselves up here, back into our cow position, and we're going to thread our left arm through our left side of the left side of our head down, kind of balancing ourselves up with our right hand. You can kind of put your arm through as much or as little as feels good for you. Stay here for a few more seconds. Okay. Now that we're here, we're going to sit back on our heels. We're just going to stay here for a few moments, just kind of get ourselves centered. You can rest your hands on your upper thighs or wherever is comfortable for you. Kind of just getting our shoulders relaxed, but not like hunched over. Just having ourselves, having a little bit of tension in order to like hold ourselves up, but not like a tension in terms of stress. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of shoulder rolls here. We're going to do both, putting our shoulders up and back, both at the same time. You can do them in kind of this circular motion. See how that feels for you. We'll do it a few more times. I'm starting forward, then we're going to switch and go backwards. Oh, that's weird. That's hard to do. Is it? Or is it just a Marcie thing? I never know. Yeah, it just feels more awkward to start and go upwards with your shoulders. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and do one at a time and kind of do it on our right shoulder first, then our left shoulder, and we're kind of just continue to move our shoulders. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do a quick child's pose. Just kind of spread your knees out. Have your head fall to the mat. You can kind of face whichever direction is most comfortable for you. This one is still stretching my back. I think everything will. Is it like every yoga poses for your back? I don't know, but we'll see. We will see. Okay, we'll come back up, sitting on our knees or on our ankles like we were. Then we're going to put our left arm down, right arm on our right hip, and twist to the left. And then when you feel kind of balanced, feel good, you can raise your right arm up in this twist. Okay, we'll come back up to our neutral position here. Put our right arm down, left hand on our left hip, twist to the right. And whenever you feel like you're stable, feel free to put your arm up. If it feels better to keep your left arm on your left hip, feel free to do that. Kind of whatever feels best for you. That's always a Marcie rule. Always modify as your body tells you. Because sometimes our bodies are just like, I don't want to do this today. And we have to listen to our bodies. Or we should anyway. I don't always, but I should. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a quick downward dog. Take our dog for a walk. And get ourselves up to stand. Okay, now we're going to do a couple of poses here. Just to kind of get our backs stretched out. So we're going to start in mountain pose. Just taking a little bit of a couple deep breaths. Can you see me? I don't know. I can't tell in the viewfinder. Okay. So we'll start in mountain pose, transition into prayer pose, then transition into reverse prayer, which is just prayer pose but behind your back, and it's totally okay if your hands don't reach together. As you can see, mine do not, but it's just prayer pose behind your back. We'll stay there for a few moments. Then we will go up into palm tree pose. Then we will go down into forward fold. Then we will cross our arms and do a little rock back and forth in forward fold. Then we will come back up to stand. Okay, now here's the real test. Do I remember what I just did? I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, let's do this 2 more times through. We'll see if I remember. Let's at least do it once, and then we'll see. Start in mountain pose, prayer pose. Stay here for a few seconds. Take a few deep breaths. Remember going back into reverse prayer. As a reminder, that's what it looks like. Or that's what mine looks like anyway. And we will go in to palm tree. Yeah, I know. I should have a better memory. That's okay. And we'll go to our forward fold. Making sure to breathe. Cross our arms and do a little back and forth. This one especially is really good for your back. Okay, then we'll come back up to stand. Okay, let's do that a third time through. Maybe we'll do it a third way differently. Who knows? Okay, starting in mountain pose, going into prayer pose, reverse prayer, making sure to breathe. We'll go up into palm tree pose. And down into forward fold. Stay here for a couple of breaths. We're gonna put our hands on our elbows, crossed like this, and do a little bit of wiggling back and forth. Just kind of getting our back muscles moving a little bit. This is definitely a stretch for me, for sure. This is probably the one that's the most stretched so far anyway. What about for you? Is there one of these poses that has been the most stretching so far for you? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, and we'll come back up to stand. Okay, now we're going to take a water break, because you know how I feel about water breaks. They're good for you. Water is good for you. So, okay. Now we're going to do a couple more standing poses. We're going to do a couple of arm stretches to kind of get our upper backs moving. Then we're going to do chair pose, doing a little bit of a twist there. So we're going to start with some arm stretches, if I can figure this out with my microphone, and put our left arm over right arm up like this. Just kind of getting a little bit of a stretch. Stay here for a couple more breaths. I'll switch sides. Right arm across, left arm up. And feel free kind of like to do this however you can. If your, arm doesn't go this way, feel free to take a mountain pose or palm tree pose, or just rest for a minute, or do kind of whatever variation feels good for you. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get into chair pose and then do a little bit of a twist. So if you're not familiar with chair pose, you're going to stay kind of in mountain pose, so our legs fairly close together, but where we can still balance, we're going to get ourselves down like this, kind of bending at the knees. And then we're going to, in a twist to the left, and I'm going to just keep my right hand on my left thigh. Sorry, I don't know why it took me so long to come up with that word. Do a little bit of a twist here. Okay. We're going to come back up. We're going to go ahead and do another chair. We're going to twist to the other side, twist to the right, putting your left hand on your right thigh. Okay, we're going to come back up. Then we're going to go ahead and repeat that. Just do it one more time. Or should we do it 2 more times? What do you think? 2 more times? Okay, we can do it. So let's do left arm over, right arm up. Sometimes I like to keep my hand in a fist like this. Sometimes I like to keep it open. Just depends on what I'm feeling. Switch sides, right arm over, left arm up. Okay, let's go ahead, get into our chair pose, and twist to the left with our right hand on our left thigh. We're gonna come back up from chair. Just take a couple second breather in between. I'm gonna go down for chair again. This time twisting to the right with our left hand on our right knee. My legs are tired. Okay, we're only doing 2. So spoiler alert, or fun fact, information FYI, we're only doing 2 of this. Whew, another water break. Does anyone else get sore from chair? Again, maybe it's just a Marcie thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a quick another forward fold. Put our hands opposite elbows and rock back and forth. And then as we kind of get ourselves closer to the floor, we're going to go into a quick malasana. And so kind of have our feet spread a little bit farther apart, our knees pointing out, and kind of keeping ourselves straight. And really, this is a lot of a leg stretch, but it can still be useful for strengthening your back, to try to keep our back straight as opposed to bending over, kind of crumpling over like that. And so we'll keep our hands in prayer pose. We'll just do this for a few more breaths. Okay, good job. We're gonna kind of come down here. We're gonna do a couple poses on our backs. So we're gonna start by kind of laying on your side with your right arm out. You're kind of laying on your right side with your right arm out. We're gonna take our left arm, put it behind us, and then look to our left as a back stretch. So our arms are kind of splayed out, but we're on our right side, but we are looking to the left. Goodness, I'm gonna stay here for a few more breaths. Okay, and we're going to rotate to the other side so we can kind of roll on our backs. And we're going to roll onto our left side with our left arm out. Then we're going to put our right arm up. right arm back and looking to our right. Again, I probably should have done this slide first so you could see better, but alas, do I ever think of these things? No, I don't. I think of them after the fact, which is not very helpful, but that's okay because I'm doing my best, you are doing your best, and that's all that we can do, and that's all we can really ask for, and that's all we can kind of hold ourselves accountable to. I don't know if you are one of those people who has high standards and expectations for themselves. That is me, for sure, by a mile. I don't know, that's not even a saying, but anyway, I definitely am. And so sometimes I have to, a lot of the time actually, I have to remember that I am doing my best, and that is all that I can expect of myself. Okay, let's go ahead, roll onto our backs for Shavasana with our heels at the corner of the mat, with our palms facing up. Take a few deep breaths here. Oh, I'm all sweaty. I was like, why am I like dripping? Ew, gross. I guess that's a good sign. Oh yeah, Shavasana, breathing and stuff. Do that, breathing and stuff. I know, I'm such an excellent yoga teacher. I hope no one ever calls me a yoga teacher, because that's not what I am. I'm just some girl doing yoga on the internet. Definitely not a teacher. Okay. Stay here for a few more breaths. Try to let all of your muscle tension release. Let your muscles kind of sink into the floor, into the mat, where you're not holding up yourself. You're just letting yourself feel weightless. Okay. So I'm going to roll onto my side. This helps me get up easier anyway, and use my hands to kind of prop myself up so I can get back into a seated pose here. Does your back feel better? I don't know. I think mine does. That's what I was trying to decide. I think so. I don't know. Let me know if your back was hurting and if this helped. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and stay well, my friends.